Welcome everybody to another Overcast podcast by your boys at Save Point. Today we have myself, DC Black, and we have
Crash here.
yes, and we will be talking about San Diego Comic Con. Now, just in general, I want to ask Crash, what are your general thoughts based off of everything came out of the time?
Well, I mean, if we're just talking about everything in general,
Yes.
I know we had some particular shockers with a couple of trailers that came out. A lot of things that people didn't like, a couple things that people liked, and a lot of merchandise that came from the con that a lot of people. I actually picked up a couple of things that came from the con.
Oh, what you grab?
One of the things that I grabbed based off of the Comic Con, I actually got the Red Hood Funko Pop that came out in commemoration.
Okay.
Another thing that came out in commemoration of that I don't have particularly in my setup yet, but I'm actually going to pick that up. I actually have Super Saiyan Broly as well.
Legendary Super Saiyan?
Yep, the legendary Super Saiyan
Wow.
Broly.
Okay,
I have that.
I mean, it's pretty cool considering he got a movie coming out and everything.
Absolutely. Which made me also think that I might have wanted to get two. I ended up getting one, but I thought about it. I was like, I could have got two, because then the second one I could have probably customized to look like his new Super Saiyan form and everything. And I'm like, I didn't think about it too much when I first got it, but that would have been a good idea. Maybe if I find another one that isn't too expensive in the future, I'll probably do it. But those are two of the main ones that I got. Kinda now wishing that I would have picked up the Yamcha, but the dead Yamcha. I didn't get it. I'm kind of regretting not getting it, but it's okay.
I think we will probably run into that. And speaking of the Broly movie, they probably will come out with an actual exclusive Broly Funko. So
this is also true.
You might still be lucky that a customized actually.
Well, we'll see, because they actually released some of these Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops kind of slow. Like, there's a lot of characters that they don't have. I'm still sitting over here waiting for my TN. It's okay. I'll give it some time.
Okay.
I'll see. But the last thing that I did get is also I got a gallery statue of White Phoenix. Like, one of 5,000.
Yes, and for all you guys that don't know, just think there's Dark Phoenix and regular Phoenix. White Phoenix is basically the god of Phoenix. So you essentially, and the Phoenix is a essential god, but it's White Phoenix of the crown. She can basically do whatever, and has her own dimension. So it's a pretty cool figure. Like, I actually got the opportunity to see it. And it's actually a very decent figure. Like, I love the articulation. Phoenix colors of the Phoenix, as well as white out. And it reminds me a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
We don't talk.
Okay, with that being said, we're going to move on. And so you talked about some trailers earlier. And the two trailers we want to talk about, there was 3 trailers. One came out after Comic-Con, which that was the Venom trailer. But just to talk about the 2 trailers that did come out movie-wise, we got our first look at the highly anticipated Aquaman trailer, the first Aquaman trailer. It's supposed to come out in December. Mm-hmm. And we got our first look at Shazam, which is supposed to come out in April.
Yeah.
So, what did you think? We're going to deal with Aquaman.
Okay.
Because Aquaman, not only because it's the one that's coming out more recent, or earlier rather, but it is also the one that everybody has been waiting.
Yeah, and I'll agree. I'm actually somewhat waiting for this one. I don't know why. I saw the trailer and I was actually particularly impressed about it. I actually feel like, for once, this actually might be another actual good movie. That's shocking to say. For me.
I mean, now I will say this. I love Wonder Woman.
Yes.
I love Wonder Woman.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I may get some flack for this. but I actually did enjoy Suicide.
I
I enjoyed Suicide Squad up until the end.
Yeah,
The end is where it killed it for me. And and then when you watch the unrated version, that adds all the Jokers and Harley scenes, it adds more to their story. And I'm like, oh wow, we could have actually gotten a Joker Harley Quinn movie out of it. That would have been really good. But it still don't make up for that ending. That ending was horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
With that being said, what were some takeaways from the Aquaman?
Okay, so one of the things that I did like they pretty much showed off how he started off and how he pretty much kind of learned how he was different from most people early on in his life, which kind of explains why he was as standoffish as he was starting off in Justice League.
Yeah.
So I'm liking that they look like they're gonna kind of like go into that and kind of explain that a little bit more. I'm hoping it's more than just that one scene they showed in the trailer.
It looked like we would also make it a training montage too.
Yeah.
Showed him as a young boy training on.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm hoping it's just more than just that little bit, and maybe that'll kind of give him more explanation to his character, because obviously when he got into Justice League, he honestly knew exactly what to do as far as like he understood his strengths and his weaknesses to the degree for him to be in that.
Right.
Of course, he's not wielding the type of power that we've seen Aquaman wield in other comic forms of media. But
now I think it's, if I'm not, and I could be wrong, but I think this movie takes place after the events of Justice.
I would assume so.
So I guess for me, like when I was and when I looked at it, I got the same vibe as you got, but also I was kind of thinking like how good Atlantis looked.
Yeah, that was another thing. They did a really, really good job with the CGI as far as what I'm looking at. It gives you that feel that this is like a otherworldly place, but it also gives you that feel that everybody doesn't seem out of place.
Yeah.
The only thing, and I understand why they do it, but it also kind of threw me off a little bit, is I feel like they're trying to force the idea of water so much in this movie that when everybody's outside of water, they try to make them look all like sexy and stuff like that. And I'm like, I mean, I guess that's okay and that makes sense, but I don't know. I feel like they're pushing it a little bit.
And I mean, I can see that, but I mean, one of the things you also have to remember is the fact that I think this movie is going to be one of those things where it showcases the fact that when Aquaman is not in the water, he looks like he should be somewhere along. So especially Mira, because
Mira definitely looks like she's somebody.
She has that glimmery look, like a fish does look.
Yeah. But hair looks just trash when she comes out of the water.
It's just like, why does your hair look like somebody just dumped a pool of water on there? And the director of this movie, by the way, is James Wan, the same person that made the Conjuring movies. So he's right. So, and one of the things he mentioned when doing this movie that Aquaman is going to be like horror.
What?
Yes.
I didn't even.
Yes, he and because someone asked him to describe the movie, he described it as a superhero horror. But here's the thing, you could, because if you remember the scene where him and Mira jumped in the water with the flare and all those other creature things chasing after him, those are Atlantis too, but they didn't evolve. They didn't evolve like the rest. Because at the beginning of the trailer, it opens up with like these 7 statues. People, 7 statues. Those 7 statues represent 7 kingdoms. And that when it did sink into the ocean, that the 7 kingdoms broke.
Okay.
And one of the kingdoms are like pre-evolved creatures that are horror.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of what the horror aspect is gonna look. Not to mention the fact that there's actually going to be sea dragons. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna just take that as it is, and We're just gonna see how that plays out.
Yeah, there's going to be because someone asked, so they saw the seahorses. It's like, oh, well, is Aquaman gonna ride on a seahorse? And I think somebody was like, well, no, that wouldn't be as too manly. Or I think Jason Momoa may have said about it like, oh, well, they wouldn't be manly for Arthur riding a seahorse or like a sea dragon. And they asked like, oh, is dragons in this movie? And they said, water. And I just like, I mean, okay, water dragon's great, but if I see one person talking underwater and there's a air bubble, I'm gonna have a problem. I'm going to have a huge problem with that. Which brings me to my problem.
Okay.
I really don't think Shazam's gonna be. And the thing I think that is blowing it for the Shazam movie is that I personally feel like they should. I'll say this: if Black Adam is not in a post-credit scene at the end, I'm going to be I'm going to be highly.
Okay.
If there's not even so much of an inkling, somebody saying, "Oh yeah, Mission Conduct" or Black Adam, I'm going to be very disappointed. I feel like even with the villain of the movie is Doctor. No one knows who the heck Doctor is. Like nobody, unless you are a hardcore, diehard Shazam or DC fan, you're not gonna know Doctor.
I mean, I think a lot of people. It's not this Doctor.
Yeah, no, not this Doctor at all. And it's disappointing because I saw the trailer and I was just like, who the heck is he? It wasn't until like I was looking at some videos about Shazam's Rose Gallery. I was like, really? You pick him when your obvious choice should have been The Rock? Like, I mean, honestly, that puts like it's almost to the point now that The Rock puts butts at the very, even if his movies are horrible, even if the movie's bad, that he puts butts at the very. No one thought that a rebooted sequel to Jumanji would make as much money, but The Rock puts butts.
I don't see how. Like this still. Look. I have no particular problem with The Rock, but I just don't see how he keeps getting work. I mean, that's like the simplest way to put it. I don't see it. Like he. I mean, like okay, hear me out on this. The reason why I'm saying I don't see how he keeps getting work is because the roles that they put him in, I'm just like, okay, I mean, he's playing kind of like the same character he played in the last 12 movies. It's kind of like watching Will Smith almost. But the difference is, Will Smith, you kind of know what you're going to get. With The Rock, it's like, well, did the movie form around him or did he form around the movie? Because that's going to determine if you're going to like or hate this movie.
I mean, this is true, but this is why, like, him as Black Adam is perfect cast.
But is he going to form around Black Adam or is Black Adam going to form around him? That's what I'm afraid of.
But that's why I said, like, I feel like them not putting Black Adam in this movie, or like we haven't seen the movie yet, so we don't know. But yeah, that's my one big. My second one is I hate the look of it. Like I do.
It looks very, very
cartoon. It looks like this movie should have been made in the early 2000s.
Okay, so I wasn't the only person thinking that because I was looking at it, I was like, you know what this is giving me this weird vibe of? You remember when we watched the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's like all of the feel that I got just looking at the trailer. It just seemed like it was like the movie is a few years behind what it could be.
Not only that, but do you remember the old Christmas movie Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
That's what that red. When I first saw that red suit, that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, Jingle All the Way with the white cape.
Oh my god!
When the scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger wore the red suit,
I know.
Yeah, at the very end of the movie. Spoiler alert: if you have not seen Jingle All the Way, it's like a 20-somebody.
I was about to say 20 years. If you haven't seen this movie, you're not going to see this movie. I'll put it that way.
You should. It's a good Christmas movie. I will say this, even as an adult, I actually enjoy that movie. But I digress. It reminds me of Jingle All the Way. And then And then I was just like, even looking at it in general, I just like, this is too kiddish, like, for me. And then I guess it's rumored that the post credit scene has something to do with Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That Superman pops up at the end of the Shazam movie, and I'm like, I really don't want. And then we're gonna get into something else later because I really feel like Warner Brothers and DC going in total wrong. What they're doing with their movie just because of a few flops. Well, several flops.
I was gonna say a few.
I just feel like they're going in the wrong direction. But yeah, like that's Shazam trailer. It made me sorry. And it makes me sad because I remember Shazam in the Justice League cartoon. Though he was boyish and everything, he gave Superman and in Injustice until he got until he got lobotomized by Superman in front of everybody.
He got a stern looking at. We'll just call it a very stern look.
Oh man, what did you think? Like, what was some other things you kind of popped out
for the Shazam thing?
Yeah.
I like how they are emphasizing that Shazam is actually a child. But they're also emphasizing the fact that because it's pretty much his origin story. It's like, oh yeah, what would a child do if he realized, oh yeah, I can turn into a grown man and gain these powers? Especially one that wasn't particularly into comic books, apparently, the way that they're portraying it,
right?
Which is a little weird, but I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be one of those movies that you kind of watch and it's like, that was an okay movie. But I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm going to walk out of that theater and be like, oh man, this movie was so great. I feel like I'm going to walk out and be like, all right.
Yeah. And then, I mean, with that being said, like, I don't know. I just really feel like this Shazam and since we're going to bring it up, I want to briefly mention Venom. Like, both of those are two movies in the second Venom trailer dropped the day after the Comic-Con was all over.
We might as well go straight into the whole Venom thing now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I feel like Venom and Shazam are two movies that's either going to be really good
or really, really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like Venom just, I don't know. Like, there looks like there is no story in that. And I have the funny story. I actually have the very first.
Oh, really?
The very first.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in decent. But even when I remember reading the comic book and I was like, oh, this is good, but I need Spider-Man.
Okay.
But Spider-Man was at the end of that. We're probably not seeing Spider-Man at all.
And I brought that up because I was like, wait, how is this even happening if he's never run into the Spider-Man before? Of which you kind of gave me an idea. It's like, well, I mean, it'll kind of break their immersion the way that other movies made. But that kind of gives me that weird sense that I'm like, okay, I understand that Venom isn't completely a part of the MCU movie thing yet. So it's understandable how they're going to try to make this work. But at the same time, it makes me really, really, really sad because it's like, so you mean to tell me you got the license, you're going to make this movie, you want to make this movie, but at the same time, by making this movie the way that you're going to make this movie, you have a high chance of failure. But you're just like, nope, doing it anyway. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm highly, highly concerned about because in other media, we have companies that have licenses for things. But when they realize, yeah, if we do this, this may not go out so well, they actually listen and then they're like, yeah, we're probably not going to do it even though we have the license for it. Or we'll find a better way to do this because we've seen that we can actually, talk to this other company about finding some sort of collaboration with the whole situation. Granted, I doubt if they end up giving up the rights to Venom, they're not getting that shit back.
So that's why they have the share rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because the deal was, okay, listen, we haven't made a good Spider-Man. So with that being said, we'll give you and share the rights to Spider-Man. It's like a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
We're cousins. But yeah, we got everybody. Everybody else in Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery, like Venom and Prime and stuff. but we're gonna also let you use the Sinister. Because Spider-Man, both Spider-Man movie that came out and the one that's coming out, it's all leading to the Sinister. But I agree with you. Like this Venom movie, it's like it's missing Spider-Man. Like it's genuinely missing Spider-Man, and they're changing the origins of symbiote with and doing it and clinging more to the Venom comic book, more recent Venom comic book, where they go to the symbiote home world and they discover like the origin. They tell the origin of the symbiotes, where now apparently the symbiotes had a god and the planet of the symbiotes. You thought it was an actual planet, kind of find out it was the whole planet of symbiotes, and at the core of the planet it wasn't like a regular planet's core. It was a symbiote god that was in the core, and the symbiote was trying to stop, and he never got out, and he walked out of that planet.
Okay,
so
that's okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, I think they completely changing it. I don't know how to feel about Riot just yet. That's the main villain of the
not Carnage,
movie.
right?
Yeah, he looks just like Carnage. He looks a lot like Carnage, but he's just. And his name is Riot. But I really looked at him and I was like, dude, you might as well just Carnage. But yeah, this movie, I don't know about it. But tell me, how did you think we're gonna? And this is our last trailer. We're gonna do well, not the last trailer, but the last movie trailer. What did you think about the Godzilla trailer?
Actually, that's the one I didn't like.
So I'll say this: did you see the last Godzilla movie? The most recent one. I know. Do you plan on seeing it?
I do plan on.
Okay, I will not spoil it. Okay. I will just say that they are making a giant monster universe with Godzilla at the center of it.
So it's gonna be, what is that? It's like Godzilla destroy all monsters situation.
Sorta, but we're not necessarily. All those in the Godzilla destroy all monsters, all the monsters, they're actually in this trailer. So you see King Ghidorah. You seen, I think the turtle's name is Korra. You see Mothra. Did you see King Kong, Skull Island?
I did actually.
Yes. So this is all also leading up to King Kong versus Godzilla.
Okay.
In that movie, that's the reason why that movie takes place in the past, because King Kong in that movie he was based.
Okay.
Or base.
Yeah.
And so by the time he gets up in age, he'll be able to fight Godzilla, and Godzilla's full grown.
Yeah.
So it was a good trailer. Millie Joe Brown from Stranger Things is in the movie. Yeah. There's a lot of monsters. I hope the next trailer comes out, they actually make the monsters look a little clearer, because they kind of look. The trailer was really dark, like not dark as in like.
Seemed like a common theme with Godzilla trailers.
Yeah, they like really dark, like you can't see nothing. Like, and then the most visible thing they had was when Godzilla shot his atomic. Everything else was muted, like dark crimson.
Yeah,
and I was like, ugh. Like,
and I mean that's a theme they've honestly been going with.
Yeah, like why is
everything is just dark with these trailers?
I was like, why is the trailer? Why you can't see nothing in the trailer? Like, I'm like, do you not want me to see what's in the trailer? But I mean, you know, that with that being said, I'm really thinking it's gonna be. I did not see Kong Skull Island. I know. Well, I did actually end up stumbling on post credit scene by mistake, and I was like, I'm watching, and and it got me interested. But we're gonna hop back to there was the different panels that were out during Comic-Con, and one of the panels that I thought was really interesting was the DC panel, because not only did they talk about the shows and everything, which I need to catch Flash.
I'll be doing that pretty.
Yes, because the Flash is I think season 4 was okay, but I think
seems to be a common theme since season
Yeah, but I think season 5 is gonna make it up.
Mm-hmm.
And Arrow, I just finished Arrow by the way. And Arrow, the last 2 episodes of Arrow were really good. Mm-hmm. It made up for that whole season.
Okay.
But in this, and they had the shows and stuff. I don't watch Supergirl at all. I can't. But one of the things they talked about was we all been referring to DC's movie, DC Expanded. So we've been, that wasn't necessarily something they came out with, said that's what it's called, but that's what they pointed at. And I referred to this earlier when we were talking about trailers, but one of the things that they mentioned was that they announced that the DCEU was not the official name for their movie. It is going to be officially called Worlds of DC. And it's going to be called that, like the DC also having the multiverse. And so that being said, they're saying that their movies are in the multiverse world, so anything can happen.
So pretty much they've just opened it up to say, so if we make this movie and this turns out to be a shit show, we can kind of make another movie and just say that other movie that was in this other universe that we're just not going to talk. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, like, so they tried to say basically, and they're also saying like, okay, well, none of our movies we're not going to try to connect any of our movies. They're going to all be on. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Now, I understand why you would say this because the only thing that has worked for you thus far is standalone film.
Okay.
But I need I feel like you gave up too soon. I'm like, DC, you gave up too soon. You could have a connected universe. Please, for the love of all things good and pure, do not do this like Marvel is treating their television. Where they say, oh, it's connected, but it's you can cut that connection by just blowing.
Yeah, look at the way Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, all the Defender stuff went, where it's like, oh yeah, this is connected to, all of the Avengers stuff, but it's like, it's so not connected that you might as well act like they don't exist.
Exactly. As well as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, just butchered. But I digress. Saying that they were calling themselves Worlds of DC. I'm like, okay. I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt by saying, okay, we could even have something where it leads up to an Infinity Crisis type of movie, where it could bring in characters from TV shows and stuff into the movies. Mm-hmm. But you saying that they're all just standalone movies, I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what's kind of your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like they should just have standalone movies?
The only reason why I would vaguely agree that they should make movies standalone is because I feel like if they start sitting down and standaloning their movies, they'll actually build up enough of a base where they can start having better crossovers. Just think about it. That's kind of how Marvel did it. They had all these standalone movies that kind of like worked out. Yeah, they were all in the same universe, but they didn't really connect until they started making them connect. They first did the Avengers, and it was like, okay, so all these heroes that we put down in these other movies, now we're pushing them together. Then it's like, okay, now they're going off and they're doing their own movie thing again, and that worked out. And then they're like, okay, let's bring them all together again. And then from there, since they had already established these characters and they're establishing new characters, they can easily rope it in because they've already created their own particular timeline that works. DC, in my opinion, jumped the gun when they first started. They were like, okay, so we made these movies, but we're just going to drop this here before we even explain anything to do with all of these other main characters that we want in this movie. So they had to do a lot of backtracking in the movie that they should not have had to do, which end up causing the movies to either seem like it's just taking forever to get to like a particular point, or you have no idea what's going on whatsoever. And that was one of the major problems that I think they had with originally with just Batman v Superman. Not just Batman vs Superman. They had that issue heavily. But
right, because we went from Man of Steel to Batman vs.
Yes, and I feel like that was where they jumped the gun. They tried to speed it along when they really should have just dropped a couple more singulars, then pulled. Because by the time they did that, they'd have probably had a better way of actually implementing some of the stuff that was in that movie and make that movie better, where they wouldn't have to think about, oh yeah, let's cut like 2 hours of content.
Yeah, or
just to
like part out like 5 different movies so together.
Right.
Like, oh, look at this 3-hour movie.
So with that being said, I agree with you. I feel like they're moving a little bit too fast on saying, yeah, we're just making everything standalone. But at the same time, with the way they started, I see why they went with it. If they would have said, for now, we're going to keep everything kind of like standalone until we come up with the perfect way to make sure that all of these movies can connect to the point where everybody has their particular connection to the characters that we push.
But I mean, think about it like this too. You also, so what they have lined up besides Aquaman and Shazam, they have a Birds of Prey movie, which that team consists of Harley Quinn, Black Canary, Huntress, Lady Sheva, and there's one more person. Oh, Tana's on the team from Suicide Squad. And they have that. They also have the Joker movie, but the Joker movie is supposedly under the DC Origins line of films. So the origin films they're trying to say is basically like an Elseworld story, but that's why they call it the Worlds of DC, because it will be different. All of the movies, just because the movie come out, it may not be connected to like Wonder Woman 2 and stuff like that. It may be an Elseworld story. So we also have Wonder Woman 2 coming out. We have 2020 Green Lantern Corps. That movie. Supposedly, we also have Suicide Squad 2, where they were supposedly going after Black Adam, but it's not going. It may not be Black Adam. It may be Adam. Which I'm like, okay, well, Mazo only works if he's fought the Justice, and he has all the power. Other than that, Mazo doesn't.
Unless they're trying to do it all in one film, and you know they will. You know they will.
I don't want to believe it.
Did you see the Steppenwolf thing? You know they will.
I don't want to believe that you're going to throw a Mazo in that film and him have the Justice League powers, but never say, but then say, oh yeah, he fought the Justice League off panel. Like, whoa, hold on. That's a movie in itself.
I guarantee you, with the way DC makes movies, they're going to try to make it all in one film. They're going to like make it so half-assed that like the first 30 minutes of it is going to be him fighting them the first time, and then they're going to all the rest of the movie about that, of them fighting. I guarantee
Don't break my heart.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that you don't honestly believe that they will try that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's going to upset you, and I know it, because it's like I see it. I can see them trying to do that.
And they, speaking of which, one of the other things that's on their list of movies that's coming out is what's the name? I just was thinking about it. Let's see. I said Wonder Woman 2, which featured, and we saw previews and stuff. We didn't see a trailer of it yet, but we've seen photos of course, Steve Trevor's alive. Which don't even understand how he's alive. Consider. We saw our first look of Cheetah, but the actress Kristen Wiig had no semblance of looking like her. Had looked like herself. So that wasn't promising. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. They're also doing a Harley Quinn. Still doing a Harley Quinn movie. Oh, and the Batman. And now here's the problem with the Batman movie. Supposedly the Batman movie is not going to star Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah. Because
Ben Affleck, I think, is done. So that movie is supposed to come out. When it's supposed to come out, no one knows. But so far, those are the only movies they're going to. Oh, and then there's supposed to be a Batgirl movie. Yeah, they're doing a Batgirl movie, and also during this panel and during the weekend of Comic-Con.
So they're going to do a Batgirl movie, right?
Yes. And
but at no point did they ever decide that they were going to.
Oh, wait for it.
Okay.
Because it's coming. So also too, just FYI, in that Birds of Prey movie, Batgirl is nowhere to be found, but she's the actual team founder of that of the Birds of Prey. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Oh, also for far going back to your Robin thing, it was also found out that weekend. So when we watch spoilers for BVS, but remember the in the Robin suit that was in the cabinet, and it said, and it was, and we all was like, yeah, that's definitely Jason Todd. No, it's actually
I remember it.
Yeah, it came out officially that it was Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? Like, how? I mean, it would explain why he's so angry, because Dick and him were really close.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, like, then here's my next question. I guess they was never coming out with the Nightwing movie for real, because Nightwing was supposed to come out too, and that actually had a release date.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So everything got benched except all the two movies we saw trailers for: Gotham City, not Gotham, sorry, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 2, and Green Lantern. And the Batman. But everything else got shelved. Even the Cyborg movie that we all knew was never coming out.
Oh yeah,
that was supposed to come out.
Yeah,
but
right.
we all knew was never coming out. Because why would you ever need a Cyborg? But also with this panel, we got our first look at the DC streaming service. That's a whopping $75 a year.
Wow. How much is it month?
So let's see. Just do a little math here. You break down the $75 a year, $75 a year from 12 months.
Did they add in comics and everything?
Yes. So you can look at comic books. You can also share information, and it's actually like a little forum where you can talk with people and things like that. $75 a year.
No, you laughing because I'm like.
So here's the kicker. It's $75 a year. Oh, if you sign up now, you actually get 3 months extra added.
Okay.
But seeing the first thing that they were promoting on there, because my thing is, if you're gonna come out with your own streaming service out the gate, of course, you're gonna want to come out with Young Justice, right? Wrong. You come out with Titan. And that Titan, and they showed the Titans trailer on the DC panel. And it made me really question was $75 worth it. $75 a year breaks down to $625 a month.
Okay.
But I was really wondering.
Monthly is probably going to be like
I don't even think there's a monthly option.
Oh wow!
I think they hit us with the PS Plus.
It's a monthly option for that.
Well, there's a monthly option, but you gotta really work to get to it. It's usually the 3 months, or
it's
you
like
pay
a
that year.
Month, 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah, right.
But usually you see the 3 months in the year.
Right. But they only advertise the year, which was 75. That Titans trailer, no, it's not worth 75. What did you think? I know how I thought, Craig. What did you think when you saw that trailer?
I mean, honestly, I've been having the same thoughts even since I saw the trailer.
Was there any? Could you say anything? Just because I don't want us to be negative about this whole panel. What could you say anything positive about trailer?
Well, at the time of recording this, everybody is already done with this fuck Batman shit. That's positive. I look pretty.
You trying real hard.
You're making me try.
I see when he first off. Go ahead. Maybe you got something out.
I don't. There's so many things wrong.
First off, how was he saying F Batman when Batman literally gave clothes on his back?
I get why they tried to do it that way, but see, I can't even go with the good. I'm sorry, they were just really, really trying to be too edgy at that moment. To kind of, and you know what? I'll say it. By golly, they actually got it right as far as getting people to just jump on board with it, just by stating a line that's edgy, and we're gonna go with it. But if they really had somebody in that room that was serious about it, it's like, dude, why would you do?
I didn't even know why that was needed, and also why
edgy.
I don't even. Okay, so when I watched this trailer, I hated the way Ray. And then also I just wanted to ask like, why is Dick Grayson killing people?
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Like,
I forgot.
He is before he say F Batman, he steps on someone's neck, breaking their neck.
Look! It makes sense. Batman literally pulled a gat out on like half a group of enemies in Batman v Superman and unloaded a whole clip.
Okay, first off, now if you examine that scene properly,
okay, here we go.
Batman did not pull the trigger. The person that was holding the gun, Batman made him pull the trigger.
Oh my gosh, are we really gonna go with that technicality?
Are we talking about the warehouse scene? Because we're talking about the warehouse scene.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what happened. We're talking about the nightmare
scene.
So
you telling me?
We're talking about the nightmare scene. Yes, he shot those people.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about nightmare scene. Nightmare Batman shot those people like out the gate. Like, but Dick Grayson, like, no. Why is he snapping people's neck? I'm like, then why does Starfire look like a hooker?
I'm sorry. Thank you. I don't even really know if I want to get into that one, because it's like, once again, I feel like they did it on purpose. Like, they really, really wanted to find a way to make her not look like this movie. Because the actress that they got is actually a very, very beautiful person.
Yes.
But
I'm actually watching the show that she's in.
What they did was they literally found like the worst way to do it. And what makes me upset about it, if they weren't good enough to find someone that could properly set her up to actually look like Starfire, they could have easily just shouted out on Twitter, like, hey, who's a good cosplay artist? And they would have gotten right out of it.
And here's the thing,
like, there was no way, I'm sorry, there's no way that they can literally mess that up on stage.
And then she only looks like Starfire when she uses her powers. But as Starfire, she's shooting fire out of her hand. I was like,
not laser beams or the star bolts or whatever.
No, like actual fire. I was like, huh? Then we got a Beast Boy to look. Oh my god, I'm trying. As you guys can hear, like, when I first saw this trailer, my phone froze. Even my phone wasn't like acceptable for the trailer. Okay, that's how bad it was. But I digress. So this is gonna be one of the things that's coming out for the streaming service. We also have a Harley Quinn anime series that's coming out. That looks pretty good. And then we had our official first look at Young Justice Season 3, which one of us on
all right, so I see we're just starting the shade out of the gate.
Still not seeing Young Justice.
So when you find a way for me to particularly watch the old season,
pay $75 a year for this.
So when you find an actual way that I'm going to watch this, you let me know, and I will go watch it. I'm not paying $75 to go. I'm sorry. So if it's not on Netflix, if it's not on Amazon Prime Video, if it's Crunchyroll, YouTube,
that's like the trailer looked really good. Now, I'm not really fully understanding the trailer. I didn't fully understand like where they were trying to go with some of the characters. I do know that the main villain for season 3 is Darkseid, Vandal Savage. Okay. So I thought that was cool. They followed up on that. Animation looks really good.
I'm sure.
Really good. But I need you to watch the show.
I'm gonna need you to find a proper way to watch the show.
Yeah, because that
like seriously, I'm literally at that point where I'm actually down a show because I've finished up My Hero. So I'm like, if you give it to me now before I end up picking up something else, this would be an excellent time for me to go through it and finish
I'll definitely have to get that to you because yeah, like I need you to finish so we can talk about this Young Justice. But I mean, that was kind of like everything that came out the panel for DC. So overall, would you give their panel a thumbs up or a thumbs right?
I would definitely give it right in the middle because I'm sorry, there were way too many things that they did that set off in the wrong direction, but I understand why they did it. And then there were a lot of things that was like, okay, well, I'm glad to hear that this is happening coming out. Honestly, I find that the panel wasn't bad as far as like pricing of it. I just don't like the fact that you said, "Oh yeah, straight year, that's all you get, $70," and I'm like,
That's it.
Can I get a month? Because
I want a free trial. At least a free trial.
Well, like you said, you get like a couple months free if you go with a whole year.
Well, no, you have to pay for the year. They tack on 3 months additional. So instead of you renewing, you get a 3 months.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's like it sounds like it's a decent idea, and they will have some things. It's like, oh yeah, these are here, but and when does it start? Or is it out already?
It's not out just yet. You can order it, but I think it won't be out until like October.
October,
because that's when whenever Titans drop, that's when the streaming service. Yeah, see, that's why I said like I really don't know. Because even
you were like it's like you want people to buy the service, and the first thing you didn't drop.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
that is
Young Justice got pushed back to January, February. Like,
well, give me time to watch it. I got
right.
I got like 4 months.
So that's why I was just like, that's great because they said they wanted to get the animation just right and everything, which I commend them for. But I mean, Titans is not the thing that. We also getting a Swamp Thing. So,
what?
Swamp Thing?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why we get Swamp Thing.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah.
So you telling me the next thing we're gonna see after Swamp Thing, we're gonna see the Solomon Grundy series or something? I mean,
dude, we've gotten Solomon Grundy on Gotham. So I don't think
he's gonna be standalone outside of Gotham. It's gonna be Solomon Grundy.
I don't know. Like, I mean, with especially
followed by Calendar Man. You just throwing them out there.
Right.
My God.
I just, man, unless they're doing a Justice League Dark TV show, I kind of just like, and I think they're doing Justice League Dark or Legends of Tomorrow, but a version of it. But I don't know. Like, I mean, we also got the Joker, like early Joker movie. That's not coming out on the streaming service, but it will be starring Joaquin Phoenix. Yes. Yes. Joaquin Phoenix is going to be your Joker. Yeah.
All right. What's the next thing on the list?
Yeah. So with that being said, we had some highlights from the Marvel panel. Basically, what I really got Marvel really wasn't there because Thanos snapped his finger and deleted everything there is Marvel. So he wasn't there. The finger snap was heard across even Comic-Con. Right. So, with that being said, we saw a new look at the new Avengers season, the new season of the Avengers cartoon, which I'm not happy with that animation at all. But we also got our first look at Iron Fist season 2. So, did you?
Nope, I have not seen Iron Fist. Honestly, I've just recently started watching Luke Cage, actually, which.
Okay.
It's funny.
Tell me what you think.
I'm still in season 1. I'm near the end of season I like it a lot, but I've noticed something. All the reasons or all the random things of why people said the show was good, I absolutely following it. However, for all the other reasons of me watching the show, pretty,
Okay.
it's weird because it's like I was expecting one thing, got disappointed, but as I kept watching it, I was like, for these reasons, this is actually pretty fire. I actually like it. I just found it was way too many. It was a lot of cringe starting out, and then there's still a little bit of cringe here and there, and then there's certain moments where like the actors are doing too
Okay.
and I'm like, it's breaking the immersion of me watching it, like to the point where it's like it really feels like I'm watching like an 80 movie or an 80 series or something. Where it's just like, what is happening? Yeah, it just make you kind of sit there like, why is this even happening?
I think a lot of that maybe also because of some of the music as well.
Yeah,
or some of the music choices, which I truly like the music.
The music is great. I don't have any problem with like the music. There's a couple things is that I'm like, okay.
I think I know what you. I think I can feel what you get now. Now, would you say? Because I'll be honest with you, season 1 of Iron Fist.
So I've heard.
I can only say like the ending of that season is what made me at least. I got to the once I finished the series, I was like, I would never watch it. It was just that. Mm-hmm. I would skip around, watch Punisher. I'll rewatch Punisher. I'll rewatch all of Daredevil. I'll watch all of Luke Cage. Mm-hmm. I'll even rewatch Jessica. I'll watch season 2 of Jessica Jones all the way. That was cool. I couldn't finish season.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, season 1, like the whole idea of like, and I guess what messed it up for me, I know the real origin. They kind of sugarcoated her actual origin in the her issues with the Purple Man. They kind of sugarcoated it a little bit, but in the comic book, they actually go full on like off deep with the fact that like she legitimately got raped several times, and she was getting raped for years. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, it didn't do it. It didn't do well for me to watch. So, and I don't even rewatch Defender, but Iron Fist, no, I would not touch that shit.
You're killing me because I already kind of had this idea that I wasn't gonna watch Iron Fist, but I was like, you know what? If you watch enough of the other ones, maybe you'll kind of decide. Okay,
but you might like it though, and I that's why I said like it may depend because I know I didn't like it.
I haven't met anybody who said that they liked it though.
But also too, you gotta also just remember you just said like you like the stuff people love about Luke Cage. Hate.
I didn't say I hated it. I just don't see why it was so much hype behind it.
But that's what I said.
And then it was like the other bits and pieces of Luke Cage. I'm like,
right. You might feel the exact same way about Iron.
Well, we'll see. So I'll give it a shot. But I think after I finish Luke Cage, I'm probably gonna watch Daredevil. Because everybody acts like Daredevil was great.
Oh yeah, Daredevil season.
Well, we'll see if Daredevil's good.
Season 2 of Daredevil is probably some of the best television I've watched.
Punisher was season 2 of it already.
Yeah, Punisher was amazing too. Okay. I love like what they kind of dealt with PTSD with Punisher and everything. I thought that was really good. But yeah, like looking at this, going back to Iron Fist season 2, like they showed a little teaser trailer for it, and it comes out. And so what they're doing with the Netflix Marvel shows, they're releasing them every 2 months. Mm-hmm. So every 3 months you're getting a different show. Mm-hmm. And we're getting Iron Fist season 2 next after Luke Cage. And I saw the trailer, and well, I'll just say I saw the trailer because you haven't seen it. Mm-hmm. And he does show up. So, what they really improved him from between Iron Fist season 1, him being in Defender, and where he is now, and in the episode he was in Luke Cage, they have changed the character a lot, and they've
for the better.
Yes, for the better. Okay. Where I was like, this is Danny Rand. Like, I can get down with this Iron Fist. Okay. So I'll give it another try, but this will probably be my last.
He said,
if
you got one more time.
Yeah, this is why you got one more time. If you screw up season 2, I'm not going back. I don't care. Like I'm just probably not. Then during this, and then like one of our last topic we kind of going to go over is they released story trailer for Spider.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the game.
Yes.
I'm like, wait. Oh.
Spider. So what you think?
So if anybody's has been completely keeping up with like, some of the stuff we post on stage, you'll notice.
But you should just go ahead and follow.
Definitely YouTube. So one of the things you'll notice is that Yume actually does quite a bit of Let's Play series of Detroit Become Human, which is actually amazing. Please, if you haven't played that game, particularly deciding that you might want to play that game, or you know you're not going to play this game, but you want some good Let's Plays to watch, honestly, you got to go see it. He actually does an amazing job. He also is doing God of War right now. So I haven't started watching the God of War myself yet.
I watched a couple episodes.
I'm pretty sure it's hilarious. I actually, I lied a little bit. I watched some of, I believe, the first episode, but I didn't end up finishing it because it was when he realized that putting it on, I think he put it on Give Me God of War. Or he put it on one of the harder difficulties.
Yeah,
and he's realizing
the game got smashed.
Yeah, I'm like, he's realizing that maybe that wasn't the best option. I don't know if within the rest of the videos has he toned it back or not, but knowing Yume, he's hard headed. He probably didn't. Probably still sitting here struggling. So sorry, Yume, but
that bus was right on time.
But yeah, definitely go and watch that because we do have content like that coming out. But as of what I was talking about for Spider-Man, I think I'm gonna have to be the one to stream Spider-Man.
Now, what have you thought so far of the story?
So
and how you kind of feel like what they're doing with the story of Spider-Man, because as we see, his costume is totally different. Mm-hmm. We have Miles Morales
in the game, not
as Spider-Man, but and it's different. So what is kind of something? What's your thoughts?
So one of the major things that I was wondering about, because before they showed that he was in the game, they didn't show that he's in the Spider-Man until now. One of the things that I was worried about was, are they just gonna like throw in cameos? Are they just gonna like do some of the stuff that they did with some of the comics where they're just kind of like either push an idea or fan favorite into the situation, which it doesn't particularly seem like they're doing it that way. It seemed like they're legitimately finding a way to particularly build the story where they're going to hit on a lot of the different important parts about what they want to move forward with Spider-Man with, like the actual series itself, which is good. But I also like it because this also gives people the chance that probably play older Spider-Man games that great. A good chance to feel confident in what's happening, because it's like it really, really does seem like they're focused on it. But I am still a little bit afraid about the one thing. I'm still a little worried.
I honestly feel like it's going to be a short game because I've yet to see Spider-Man having.
And see, that's the thing. That's the scary part.
Even the last Spider-Man game, Insomnia put out, it was like incredible.
Yeah, it's like 3-hour game, right?
Yeah. It was, I think, about maybe 3.5.
3.5.
Like maybe 3.5. But it was just, it was not long ago. Mm-hmm. And even with the amount of villains that they show, and I mean, I like the inclusion of Mr. Negative because it's one of his newer.
Yeah.
But I think I agree. We can agree when we say, and it's unfortunate because it looks like it. And I'll say this, like, the only way I can see this game being short but still being okay, they say, oh yeah, we got DLC story expansion coming out.
Oh no, don't you do this.
I can see
Don't
it.
you do this?
I can see.
No.
I can see it written on the wall.
That would actively piss me off. Like, if you wanna find a way to see pissed off Crash, that would be the. I'm not saying, oh, you can't add more story to this game. I would be okay with that. But if this story is like a 5-hour story, and then you're like, yeah, we're gonna add another 3 hours of DLC later, I'm going to really, really,
because more than likely they'll charge you.
and I'm like, no, you're doing like the way I am and how I end up getting myself set up with video games. I realize I don't end up finishing a lot of them as soon as other people. I do finish my games as far as everybody's always talking mad shit about. I just don't finish them within, like, let's say the first week or maybe the first. But I do. Right. The point is, I do. And one of the major things is I'll end up getting a game, and that game ends up being, like, let's say, like Persona 5. That was estimated to be like an 80-hour game. I end up putting like 120 hours. Very, very hard for me to actively be able to put 120 hours into a game, especially over the course of a week. It's like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can't do that. So for me, when I first get a game, usually I'll end up being able to put in, let's say, 15 hours.
Right.
Before, we'll just say, life takes over, and then I have to step away from it for a while. Within stepping away from it for, depending on the particular length of time that I have, that'll determine how quickly I can get back to the game. Not if it's like, oh, well, I really want to be able to play this game for weeks, I may not finish that game, get back to that game for the next month. Or if it's like, okay, well, you weren't able to play this game for like a week and a half, but another game that you really wanted to play that wasn't particularly story based, but it's something that you play for fun, competitive. Let's say, like, just to throw out an example, like Dragon Ball Fighters or something like that, something I do really play. It becomes increasingly harder for me to actually get into other story based games. Then I have to get back into the story from where I started. So right now, Spider-Man is in a particularly good position. I do have a couple of games in my backlog, but nothing that I'm like immediately like, oh, I absolutely have to get.
Right.
I've actually cleared out a lot of stuff. So that being said, Spider-Man comes out in September.
Huh. I think it's a month today.
I believe so, actually, yeah. So that comes out in September. The next major game that I want doesn't come out. Fallout 7.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna get Spider-Man, but I want to see how before I get Spider-Man, I want to see how long. If that story is legitimately, if I see some reviews and they say, "Oh, you can beat this game in 3 hours," I'm probably gonna wait because my thoughts are I'm not paying $60. That's literally me paying you $10. Okay. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay $60 for a 3 hour. Even if the story mode was like 4 hours, like I'm not going to do that because I feel like that was a waste. So I'll wait and I'll probably hear from you because you probably don't I think you pre-ordered, right? Right. So I'll probably find out from you, see how long the story mode is. When people actually play the game, and see from there like how long it and if it's worth paying $6 start with price.
I'll put it this way. I mean, long story short, whether you want to always buy the list to do.
Yes, so absolutely.
You'll have a good source of information.
Right, absolutely. Because I still haven't played Detroit Become Human yet. I
actually, because of something that I end up getting, I actually have a relative free copy of the game that I was able to pay.
Okay.
I haven't opened it, and I don't know when I'm gonna actually get a chance to play it. So if you actually want to play it anytime soon, I can let
Yeah, I'll play it because I know there's different choices, like a multitude of choices
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So nobody will probably pick anything
Sure.
between me, you, and then maybe we can sit down and talk about some choices once all, but
Yeah.
talk about the choices. But with that being said, that'll wrap up our podcast for San Diego Comic Con for 28. Anything you want to plug in? Point?
Actually have a couple of things that I'm gonna be posting on our page in the next. Uh, I'll give myself some extra time. I'll say the next, even though I don't think it's gonna take that long, but I'm just gonna give myself that time just to make sure. It'll be. I'll even just go ahead and kind of give you some understanding. It'll be a Let's Play series that me and you may worked on a while ago. That I never got around to actually posting. So I'm just working on some of the edits for that. Once that's out and ready, I'm gonna go ahead and be posting those out to you guys and go ahead and take a quick gander at some of the co-op work me and you may do. Um, as well as I actually will be posting some more edited versions of some of the battles that we end up having in Dragon Ball Fighters. I know, with our page, we've actually talked about it quite a bit. Um, fighters in general. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of the battles that we're
Yeah,
doing.
because I'm definitely getting back into training.
Yeah. So DC Black's getting into that too. So I'm gonna try to see if yeah, want to see if you guys are interested in some of the fights that happen. Granted, yeah, we're not like Evo level pros or anything like that, but you'll clearly be able to see from those videos if y'all have a really good handle of the game in our own right. Everybody has a particular specialty in how they play. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to be working on. I'll release those kind of as I get those edited out, and yeah, it'll just be like quick. I'll say about 15-minute videos, some nice fighters matches where you guys will end up seeing me versus Yume or some of the other guys that we're playing with. So if you're into fighters, it'll be just something good to.
Okay. I guess the only thing I'll be plugging in is like I'll be wrapping up soon. I'll be continuing rather. I don't know. That's time before it wraps up. But I'll be continuing my Let's Play of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 campaign mode in commemoration that Black Ops 4 is coming out soon. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I wanted to like just do the story mode. And it's kind of interesting. I like it. So be out on the lookout for that. Some videos already posted of it. So go check it out. And hopefully you enjoy it. So with that being said, that'll be a wrap. And we'll see you later.